should've left it alone. I'm feeling everything all at once. I'm feeling everything all at once. It's coming at me so fast. My whole life speeding past. Can't grab hold of anything. Can't make a good thing last. I feel almost too alive. Don't know how hard I can drive. Look at me standing so tall. It's such a long way down to fall. I'm feeling everything all at once. It's all too much. I'm feeling everything all at once. Can't sleep, I'm all kinds of tense. Can't come clean, I'm making a mess. My mind's been playing tricks on me. Can't make it make sense. I'm in way over my head. Don't wanna hear what you said. I feel like I'm gonna drop. I can't stand it but don't want it to stop. I'm feeling everything all at once. I'm feeling everything all at once. I should've left it. I should've left it alone. I should've left it. I should've left it alone. I should've left it. I should've left it alone. I'm feeling everything all at once. I'm feeling everything all at once. It's coming at me so fast. My whole life speeding past. Can't grab hold of anything. Can't make a good thing last. I feel almost too alive. Don't know how hard I can drive. Look at me standing so tall. It's such a long way down to fall. I'm feeling everything all at once. It's all too much. I'm feeling everything all at once. Can't sleep, I'm all kinds of tense. Can't come clean, I'm making a mess. My mind's been playing tricks on me. Can't make it make sense. I'm in way over my head. Don't wanna hear what you said. I feel like I'm gonna drop. I can't stand it but don't want it to stop. I'm feeling everything all at once. I'm feeling everything all at once. I should've left it. I should've left it alone. I should've left it. I should've left it alone. I should've left it. I should've left it alone. I'm feeling everything all at once. I'm feeling everything all at once. It's coming at me so fast. tricks on me. Can't make it make sense. I'm in way over my head. Don't wanna hear what you said. I feel like I'm gonna drop. I can't stand it but don't want it to stop. I'm feeling everything all at once. I'm feeling everything all at once. I should've left it. I should've left it alone. I should've left it. I should've left it alone. I should've left it. I should've left it alone. I'm feeling everything all at once. I'm feeling everything all at once. It's coming at me so fast. My whole life speeding past. Can't grab hold of anything. Can't make a good thing last. I feel almost too alive. Don't know how hard I can drive. Look at me standing so tall. It's such a long way down to fall. I'm feeling everything all at once. It's all too much. I'm feeling everything all at once. Can't sleep, I'm all kinds of tense. Can't come clean, I'm making a mess. My mind's been playing tricks on me. Can't make it make sense. I'm in way over my head. Don't wanna hear what you said. I feel like I'm gonna drop. I can't stand it but don't want it to stop. I'm feeling everything all at once. I'm feeling everything all at once. I should've left it. I should've left it alone. I should've left it. I should've left it alone. I should've left it. I should've left it alone. I'm feeling everything all at once. I'm feeling everything all at once. It's coming at me so fast. My whole life speeding past. Can't grab hold of anything. Can't make a good thing last. I feel almost too alive. Don't know how hard I can drive. Look at me standing so tall. It's such a long way down to fall. I'm feeling everything all at once. It's all too much. I'm feeling everything all at once. Can't sleep, I'm all kinds of tense. Can't come clean, I'm making a mess. My mind's been playing tricks on me. Can't make it make sense. I'm in way over my head. Don't wanna hear what you said. I feel like I'm gonna drop. I can't stand it but don't want it to stop. I'm feeling everything all at once.
as Shelby as a lone companion. It would never betray, never turn back. It is unlike anything else in this world. Some people rely on their brothers, some rely on their luck, but relentless few only believe in the steel beast. Cannot erase.
Welcome to the final day of the Super Weekend, week number 1 here in PMCL Southeast Asia Summer 2025. We are going to be a casters that plays together with Google TV.
Hello, Aya. I was just casting earlier on Queen Toyo, and now I'm in the English cast, and Queen Toyo is in the Tagalog broadcast. Welcome again to the PUBG Mobile Challengers League number 2. And today, we're gonna who's gonna get that match point and who's gonna get that winner chicken dinner. to win it all, to get that number one spot in for weekend. And we're gonna, finally see who will get the biggest ranking points for week number 1. Before we proceed, Aya, let's talk about the won't be here because of this techno phone. This is powered Detect Dimensity 8350. The Common 40 Premier 5G delivers seamless and efficient performance for both everyday tasks and demanding gaming sessions. Plus, with the one-tap AI snap, you can easily capture and flaws with just one tap.
Definitely, this Techno Common 40 bring you the best of its performance so that you can play better in PUBG Mobile. So who knows, you might be the next players in the PMCL once you use the Techno Common 40 Premier 5G. So stop by your online and site store so that you can check this mobile right in front of your eyes, because definitely this would be a very, very good device for PUBG Mobile. And speaking of, we also have here the PUBG Mobile X Shelby collaboration, and with these vehicles you will have an unrivaled power, so don't forget to check in game of PUBG Mobile.
Experience the unrivaled power with the collaboration. Also, a PUBG Mobile Attack on Titan is live. Titan transformations, ODM, and more await. Join the fight now. It's the only live is to fight. Let's fight. And for more collaborations, and as we go for next everything, also, there's a lot more of skins available now in the PUBG Mobile apps. Make sure you download the latest update. But again, the prediction is out. In the English broadcast is going to be PBXI or Playbook X Misfit International. For the side of the Filipino broadcast, Quintoya will go for Yangon Galacticos or PBX MSI for Paulo B. Zan Rowan will go for Burmese Goals, and Riam Angkor will go, and then Yangon Galacticos for Soccer Gaming. I would like to just say that the pick is out of nowhere coming from Riam Angkor. That's like a very a prediction Angkor, because remember, Austria Esports is down side of the overall rankings. Not really on the bottom side, just on the
Yep, definitely quite a bold prediction and bold move coming in from Remanker, but most likely, I do believe that he is also doing this to give more of a push for our Austria Esports. But to tally out everything in our cast prediction, we have 3 PBMS, we have 3 Young Galacticos, and 1 each for Burmese Goals and Austria. So by the looks of it, we are already feeling and knowing who would be those teams on top, and sort of all of us has that idea already, but it will all just boil down to those teams and those players inside of the matches for today to actually show us and prove to us that they are worthy of those predictions.
Right, and let's talk about points. 69 is what PB has right now. Let's talk about the Smash rule now, Aya. 79 points, it's the target rank 1, which means that the MS only needed 10 now to reach that match point. Schedule right now is this one. Now on next week will be group stage week, and the week after will be the grand finals, 15th to June 15. Check it out on your calendar. To all but there, to our international fans as well. The other regions out there like Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, because we know that there are who does watch the PMCL region. You might as well see the future players who will go from PMCL to PM.
Yep, definitely. So that is really, really interesting and exciting right there. But here is a more interesting and exciting format that we are having for the rest of the MCL Southeast Asia Summer. So we had those 3 days in the group stage, which determined who are going to be the top 16 teams who will play, or rather who have played since yesterday in the Super Weekend. So looking forward to what more will happen in day number 2, given that Smash rule applies right here.
Yeah, the Smash rule will apply as you look at this right now. So again, at the end of the day, yesterday it was 69 points plus. So the match point and at the end of the day, they will need to win another just after they reach the match, will need to win a winner to end the day. And the league rank there on their right hand side that if ever PBMS will be able to do this, they have 15 points. But if like Burmese goes or Yangon Galacticos to finish the smash rule, then they will get at points. Best, again, the prize pool is also going to be distributed, a 40k prize pool, 40k, and you can see now the difference between league and the finals.
Yep, so we have here a lot of money for our teams to actually put their eyes on, other than our PMWC slot for the Grand Champion overall for our GAT finals. But now their focus actually is to do their best in day number 2 so that we can smash everyone with the smash rule. Well, for the participating teams, we have here, of course, Yangon Galacticus, Nexus Vanguards, Burmese Gold, Sun Esports, PBMS, Silent Gods, KHI, Rangers, Austria, Generation X, Newborns, Team Max, Time to Quick, Goa, GG, and 214.
And again, for 214 Esports, a surprising outcome for them yesterday. Qualified through the first top number 16, if I'm mistaken, or 15. But here in the Super Weekend, day number 1, they're currently at 5. Still a big possibility because it's just around the range. Like, let's say they can finish it in 3 games. They have to, provide that consistency as they had provided yesterday. This is what we're talking about now. It's gonna be. It might be PBMS, it might be Burmese Schools, it might be YG, but there might be other teams like 214 or Austria, GOA, who might, snatch that match point, and then again, after snatching this match, the match point, snatching a winner right after that game. So you will have to get through point, which is 7. If you could see now the screen, so match point is 79. Once someone reaches that, the next match will just be, in my opinion, I mean, I've watched the other tournaments, National Aya,
Yep.
like, the team will reach the match point. Usually, they're not really much aggressive, so
Yes.
you will see that kind of a play safe of a team once they reach that match point.
Most definitely, if you have this at stake, being the champions and ending the day quite early, that is most likely what you are going to do inside of the match, or rather the next match after being a match point eligible in the game. So I think that is already a given for everyone. So looking forward, if there are actually going to be changes, if after being a match point eligible, they are going to be so bold into getting those eliminations once more and even getting that winner chicken dinner. But we still have a long day to go. The question is, will we make it shorter, or will we maximize the 8 matches that we can have for today?
Yeah, we might see a little bit of that Aya for later on, if ever we need all of those. But again, here are today's matches for now. So this is for now, Aya, Sanok, and then 3 Erangels for match 8, 9, and because again, the possibility might be that, say for example, for Sanok, PBMS will be able to get their match point already after match number 7, and then event number 8, they try that winner with the chicken dinner. Same goes to the other teams like Burmese Ghosts, Rangers, and YG. What if they did that in just 2 games? I would say they can do that in 2 games. Why would be 3 games? Based on the math doing right now. In your opinion, can PBM?
I have no doubts for PBMS. They have been being very strong for the past matches that we had. But this is going to be tough because all eyes are going to be on PBMS right now. Of course, those teams who are on the lower portion and still are far from the match point, they would do everything to the best of their abilities to hinder PBMS in ending the match so early. So PBMS and of course our top 2 and top 3 teams, they need to do their best in order for them to gather those points and at the same time balance it out with a passiveness so that they could be quite safe because this is going to be their danger zone for the next matches.
Yep. For Sana, about history in the Super Weekend, Sana was taken by Esports. So if Austria can do like what they have done yesterday with their 40 now, just an additional, just doing the math, that's like
39.
79 minus 40, yeah, 39. It's doable in 2 games to get them. And then by match number 9, to be more specific, if they can win or win a chicken dinner, if that is their game plan, then Austria can, snatch it away from the likes of MS, BG, Rangers, and Yangon Galactus. But I think I'm hearing those gunshots already, Aya, right?
I actually am not hearing anything yet, but probably from your end. But yes, right now we are going to start. So you heard that correctly. We just have 1 more minute before starting this first game. And I am really, really ecstatic right now, Kuku. I'm feeling all the emotions that probably the players are feeling right now as well. The tension, the excitement, and everything else. And really going to be nerve-wracking once we start Sandhawk map.
Oh, you know what? The reason why I'm hearing gunshots and footsteps because a map feed.
Yeah, that's why.
So I'm hearing those footsteps and guns on our map. Again, these maps available for the casters. So that's able to identify yesterday. The previous day, our teams will be coming from to map feed. But anyways, we're gonna Sanok in just 5 seconds. So let's go Sanok right to the map.
And now we are entering our first game out of We Are Not Yet Sure. For today, this is brought to you by Techno and PUBG Mobile. Plane path is coming in from the northern side of Sandhawk, and now that they're dropping, let's see where will they actually go. As of this moment, we are seeing, actually that's not the northern side, that is going to be from the middle portion onto the eastern side towards the western side of Tambang. And by the looks of it, almost everyone has already dropped or is already proceeding to their dropping points. Now we will know, are we going to see those same people contesting for that same ground just like our Generation X? And I believe they are going to meet again with our GG, and just above them would be our 214. So let's see, this is going to be so exciting. Again, Super Weekend day number 2, and this is going to be the smashing of smashes because this is going to be the match wherein the smash is applicable. And now meeting again in the same place would be our GX and our GG. But as we are still waiting for those moments, all they need to do is get all those equipment in and of course try to stay safe while eliminating those opponents right in front of them. Throwing blades and throwing those utilities. Nope, we still haven't gotten yet our first knockdown, but with one more try, I think that is still not a go. So GX and GG would still play the waiting game. But again, that first circle, by the looks of it, that is going to go to the northern side, which is favoring several teams right now. Although those who are coming on the bottom side, they will be having a bit of that struggle later on, but at least it's not going to be so much of a walk because this is in the map of Sandhawk. For inside of GX though, they have a bit of that trouble as Nero received much of that damage, but at least they're still up and alive as of this moment. In GX Claw though, getting all of those equipment as well, utilities that they can use for later on. GG, they have lost to Generation X for quite a few times now. So that is why we are seeing that hesitation. We are seeing that passiveness from their And so GX now just trying to do their best to face our GG.
And I'm back for that. I was having
Mhm.
some issues with the server, but for now, it's going to be GG versus GX. I don't know what happened, but again, this is the usual hot drop session that we have for Sanok. Bootcamp action. Currently, the kings of bootcamp. I would probably say it is still on the GX side of things because sometimes
Yes.
GG would try to bail out from the scene, and sometimes GX would go for nation to G- G or Good Game Esports. So for now, it's just gonna be quiet, Aya, as
Mhm.
those two teams that we're talking about, GG and GX, are still not gonna move. There's actually one who's trying to flank, and this is Boyshan, Davan, and Shroud. So I believe so. It's gonna be Kaya. While we have a first knockdown, it's gonna be Foxy on the
Ooh.
214. Michi was the one in charge with that, and looks like they're gonna now go for the push here at that mock. And now they will confirm this knockdown. Michi now looking for the enemy, and there you go. First blood, courtesy of 214 Esports.
A good start for 214, but will they be able to keep this momentum as we go on our day number 2? Moving back to our GG versus GX, no one is being so aggressive at this point. They're still onto their respective places and not pushing the other team. So GX Lodge is trying his best to spot Devon or even Shroud from this distance without overexposing himself at the same time. The same goes for Jix Nero, although he took that rooftop wherein he could be a bit open from the end of the van later on. But for Silent Gods, they're not so quiet and silent right now as they took down one player of Nexus Vanguards, which is King WTZ. And as he crawls down this hill, no one is there to save him. So that is quite unfortunate for the side of NX.
MM gets WTZ down and out. As we go back to boot camp, Nero was trying to look for an opening. Shin is actually providing information now. He's just prone down on the second floor. Now Shroud will be taken with that DBS gameplay. Lion will get to play Junior also, as Lion will be taken down by YG. So there's a lot of things happening on the flip side. GOA 214 and YG. Now it's Coca-Cola versus Claude. It's going to be Boyshan only for GG right over here. Now Boyshan will have to get out of the way. Nathan on the kill feed, though, will be taken down by Nang X as Devon. Oh, did he just misfired?
Mm-hmm. That is really sad for him right there, but this is going to be confirmation of kill onto GG Shroud. And as we were talking, we have one knockdown on 2 and 4 as of this moment. Oh, what a shot. It's just sad that we, in the perfect timing, we were able to switch that camera, but definitely that was a good shot coming in from our GX knockdown. One of the players of our GG and make that one more, and that will be a confirmation onto GG Boy Sean as the Good Game Esports are just left with one player standing, I believe, who is still strong. This is going to be difficult for Kaya as he runs for his life away from the bootcamp area. Will he survive right here, Kuku?
Most likely he won't, because this is going to be out in the open. There might be someone looking from this angle. And Kaya, like what I just mentioned earlier, Kaya was the one flying. But unfortunately, that was stopped by Generation X. They actually right away to the 3 players that was just waiting over there. And now for KHI, a trip down to Never Never Land. I'm not sure where they go. Are they going to Aaron?
That is going to be a very, very far rotation if they do. They might be a bit too excited for the map of Verango, but for now, KHI Claire, together with the rest of the gang, is just going for that mini vacation so that they probably is anticipating that the circle will end up around that spot near the waters, but for PBMS, the number one spot right now. They need those points, Kuku, but at the same time, they need to stay safe. But speaking of points, we have your top five eliminators who had the most points as of yesterday. PBMS Pretzel being the number one with 17 eliminations. Second one would be One Boy with 14, and so on and so forth. Those are just the two players that I saw, but it just gives us much of the idea that so far PBMS really dominated for yesterday.
And with this type of circle, Ion, this is going to be pretty hard for PBMS, knowing that they drop right around Sami area. And you can now see KHI. And if I remember correctly, they did this kind of thing wherein they swam to the waters of Erangel. If you remember when Coca-Cola and Claire were right beside
Mhm.
each other at the bridge area. So this is Claire's call, since he is the in-game leader or the IGL of KHI Esports. But for BG, like, he found the players of PBMS. He actually got a little bit of HP off from that player. Not so sure who it is, but good thing PBMS, they were able to go for that hard rotation to the eastern side of the zone.
And now they're taking those bullets back to the side of BG Master Ichi. Monboy, though, needs to hide himself as he almost got knocked down from our Brumiscos as they were covering fire for Ichi right here. Ichi is just a few hundred meters away from the spot where PBMS is staying at. So this could, again, emerge later on, the fight between them. But for now, they're both going for that ceasefire. And good thing that we already have that feature wherein our players can throw those healing equipment, and that is exactly what they're doing towards Monboy because they are gonna risk it if he runs out in the open. But for our team Max Kuku, they're still staying strong in the air of Lakawi, but because the blue zone is right here, they need to move forward as well.
Yeah, they need to move forward now. Oh, that one also is eating the alive of TTQ, and I think Zuki actually finds the players that are already inside the playable. This is Burmese now, is what Zuki is looking towards. Now he's able to. Oh, actually down on him. Oh, actually the knockdown. I was not gonna get down, but then again, TTQ now has the advantage against Bulls because Master is currently down and now, and nobody else from Burmese are actually protecting him.
That is exactly a blessing in disguise for Time to Quick. They entered the circle quite a bit later than the other teams, but they had one elimination in the process as they were doing so. But it is unfortunate now for Burmese Skulls as they lost two players already. That is Itchy and Unknown. So given that they are on that second spot, they are on a very, very crucial moment inside of this game. Given that PBMS as well is still a full squad, PG needs to step up their game, most especially for the next matches.
Well, for now, RNG, you could see the pressure coming off from the top four teams. You don't even have any eliminations yet. You can see how safe they play right now in this map alone. Again, the target is 79. PBMS needs maybe if they cannot like eliminate anyone. But the circle now will shift over to the side of Nexus Vanguard, and it's going to be way up on north. So this means that PBS, again, let's talk about this team. They will need to rotate all the way from the bottom side, but looks like they were able to successfully rotate already. Nice job for PBMS.
Yep, they're actually quite swift with their movements right here, and getting the Mongnai area is a very smart move in my opinion. But here, not so much of a smart move coming in from NB as XZ11 will be taken down, and that is their second casualty for this match. And that's stage number 3. That is quite an early elimination for some newborns, and they need most of those points. So now that this is happening, they're slowly but surely declining with their performance. Meanwhile, for RNG, that was one more being knocked down from their end. Jappy, though, will get the revenge on Jagoa, but YG joins the third party as a third party, rather, and takes those eliminations. So RNG lost 2 players and also lost the chance to secure that elimination on Jagoa.
Cow to 1-4. they will have to be careful. There will be some players that are hiding in these houses. So now what the is doing is actually trying. Oh, he actually get those shots in, but not gonna go for that those knockdown on the kill feed though. It's gonna be Max and Austin. Fighting Max goes down. Now team are not will be taken down. Now be in right now, just crawling outside the wall. Let's look now at top. He's on top roof. And now Ostja, you would need to be out as I racking up. Will it connect? No. I thought it will connect, but now top is just going for those heals. Oh, he actually sees one inside. That's okay. Ooh. It's just a molly now being now fired by you of Team Max. Now you tries to get now the jumping shot knocks down top, and now the count of Ostja Esports Fern G now the nade up. Oh, he actually burns alive with a molly now, and the nade actually coming from Ostja now next, and he actually got naded by his teammate.
Oh no, that is a huge and a crucial error for side of Dangx. He is onto that northern side on the upper hill, and he knocked down actually his teammate. So now they need to go for that fast reset because one player of Team Max is actually pushing forward at the same time. Also, top though will be secured by that blue zone, but with Green right here being last player together with NB Yahiko, we are gonna have not really a last player for 2-1-4, rather this is gonna be a one player for NB now facing our 2-1-4 while they're going for that revive onto that side. Green though, while he was holding that frag grenade, got GVS'd by Yahiko right here, and with this follow-up and with this backup of that grenade, would he actually ban himself? That is what we're gonna know right now. But with Yahiko going left and right, that is not gonna be so easy for 2-1-4 to catch him alive. That is gonna be the final moment of Yahiko inside of the game.
Final moment for the newborn will be dead now in this matchup. As we now see the circle still going to the side of Nexus Vanguards. And you know what? PBMS's rotation, they're still inside the circle. This is really good job by the coach of PBMS. I'd like to commend Fort Rowe, who is now a coach, seriously a pro player, kind of like Adboy, who did coach for Ostja before, but you can see that Nangek trying to make up for the mistake he have done on with that frag grenade, and now for Ostja, they will have to go to the circle coming from the eastern side of the blue zone. And now here comes TTQ and Burmese goals. Yatka eliminates one, but TTQ still has the numbers. It's a 2v1 situation. GG Esports will be eliminated. Rankid will take down Michi. It's gonna be KHI also helping out the cause of Sin. And looks like 2-1-4 now is now one. And the good thing that one screen is still alive, as Miner will be taking out blanks while Zuki is still trying to sniff out where is that last guy. Now they will try to name. So yeah, he actually went to the other house, so it's kind of like giving him a little bit of that set that he needed. So for now, Aya, looks like we're gonna since these two teams are inside the circle, and you can see on the kill 1-4 now is already eliminated. The blue zone 8 pre-alive. Same goes to Sin Esports as they were fighting against KHI, and looks like Silent Gods also is joining in the fun as KHI is left with only.
Oh no, that is quite unfortunate for them. KH tried to go with Burmese goals, only having their Lone Ranger inside of game number 1. For time quick, they are now targeting Lil Yatka right here as he defends himself while he is all alone. 1v2 is what we are going to have with those two players of Zuki, and together with Bunny, they're pushing Yatka already. But with that nice throw, frag grenade, Zuki will be knocked down by our Burmese goals, and that final nade as well coming in from Time to Quick. Bunny will eliminate the rest of our Burmese goals, but with the movement of our circle, that will just shift towards the upper part of the previous one, but that will leave our PBMS outside of the safe zone.
PBMS now has 72 points if you add the eliminations up. So they only need 7 more points, Aya, we might end the day early.
Yes.
If that's the case, we'll gladly accept. But for Austria, looks like they're now gonna push in. Ooh, eliminates Zuki and him from last season with a K as he eliminates TTQ. Now for Austria, they have 7 eliminations this matchup, but they still need to move because look at the minimap. They're not yet inside the zone. So they will have to heal up as well, whilst the others are still fighting for supremacy. And looks like PBMS knocks one down. That's going to be Shin of Generation X. And PBMS looks like their circle now is the reach shifted again up to the northern side. Scotty gets another on the kill feed. Let's see how will Mets try to do this. Oh, look at Pretzel now. And nades Claw, adding one more to the elimination count. Only 6 more points left. Aya. And they're now going to be on match point.
Yes, and that is a good storyline for PBMS if ever that they would do that right here in this game, because everyone will be pressured in order to catch up with the points that PBMS is actually raking in as of this moment. But right here, YG versus our SG, Miner will hold that molly onto our YG Master Smile, but will that land perfectly? Nope, that will not be received by Master Smile, but this is his answer, a frag grenade onto their spot, which will confirm Jarrell in the process, coming in as well with those additional bullets from Yangon Galacticus, and with a movement on the circle that will favor YG, SG, Nexus Vanguards, but the rest will have a bit of that difficulty in entering the zone.
Difficulty in entering the zone. For now, PBMS already has 7, and plus the 1 point of the placement. That means they only needed 2 more points, Aya. By the way, 2-1-4 and Birdie's goals. The top 2 and top 3 right now is already out. Still, YG and RNG is still left alive, but Romeo Boy spots Miner, and Miner would need help. But then again, Lucy is far, far away from. Now the frag grenade will splash damage to him. Zyle will be taken out. But no, that's 4KHI. Or PPM. Boy gets super Loki down. And the next target will be Nexus Vanguard. They're locked in, Aya. They finished the game right away.
Yes, and they would want to end the day, of course, very, very early. But here we ended our Silent Gods on our team number 6. We still have 5 up and alive. That will be PBMS, Young Galacticus. We have their Rangers, Nexus Vanguards, and our Generation X with their final player as well, Coca-Cola, just crawling and creeping into the outskirts of our safe zone. And as he attempts to do so, he's probably wishing and praying that Nexus Vanguards wouldn't be able to see him, and at the same time PBMS if ever. But Pretzel though will be spotted by one of the players, although that is also a good one for Ryman as he sees Master Smile and even Romeo.
Come on, boy. 11 already for PBMS. They have reached the match point. This means that they only need a winner chicken dinner next game. If they ever get the winner chicken dinner this game, then they won't still end the whole super weekend. So for now, PBM lurking at the eastern side. They're trying their best to push towards Nexus Vanguard. RNG going at the bottom side of the circle with the last 3 teams remaining. 2 left player for RNG. Jibna just received a ridge advantage that they have there. But eventually they will have to move again, because this circle is not yet the final circle. We're still on stage number 7. Stage number 8 coming in your way. And in seconds, we will update the circle one more time. And more than likely, Aya, PBMS will be forced to fight against Vanguard.
That is most likely what is going to happen right here, because given the circle doesn't comprise anyone, they would have to fight their way through, and they are really gonna go in for that survival. It is now they're throwing that nade onto NX. Would that be received? I don't think so. So PBMS will now go for that rotation, but NX Super Loki start the battle with RNG. Jappy, that will be a confirmation in an instant with that final player of RNG with just very little HP left. Scotty though to get to the rest of the game of PBMS. They're still full and they're still complete right here. Superboy, last player at the same time. Force out for Nexus Vanguards. This is going to be a 1v1v4 situation, but make that a 1v4 right here. RNG Jibna heavily damaged will now go for that first aid kit, and that circle is already devouring, is going to devour him from behind, but with the goal to eliminate the rest of PBMS. Jibna still has that frag grenade in hand. Pretzel though is now scouting, but with those few bullets from that S12K, we are finishing our match number 1 for today with PBMS reaching past our match point and getting that winner chicken dinner. So they need one more chicken dinner after this one to end the day.
Wow. They just want to end it. Yeah. The second game. You know what? We did talk. The coach MS and I, he called me yesterday right after the live stream, and he did ask me how to win. So I did provided my analytic skills. A previous analyst, Aya, of a Filipino org called Black Ops International. So I just provided my insights and provided them what they need to do in order for them to win right away. And it looks like they're exceeding those expectations that I have, which is I was expecting to just get the 10 points, then win on the next one. But now they're getting the winner chicken dinner in the first match, which is match number 7. Eventually, they would need to get more on the next game.
Definitely. And I'm just excitement is through the roof right now for our PBMS because we are feeling their excitement at the same time. But first, let's see what really happened about that game.
And we're back with the match rankings. Amazing highlights being shown earlier. PBMS points exceeding what they needed to do, which is just a 10-point addition. But this will give an opening to teams like RNG and Austria, as they were at 11 and 8 points, 10 points for Generation X. Nexus Vanguard with 7, and the rest. KHI, unfortunately, a bad performance in that game, together with Sin Esports. And we also have Burmese Goals, who only has 1 here in this matchup. This interesting now, Aya. Knowing that PBE is already in the match point, the others are chasing for the match point, and BG, who needed 22 points to reach the match point, it's 21 points because of their only 1 point previous match. And here is now the overall rankings. So PBMS is already on top. All they need to do now is get the winner for match number 8, and we will end the day. And the rest of the scores will remain. So that's really gonna hurt our YG. That's really gonna hurt if you are Austria or Burmese Goals, because you're wanting to get that top 2. You're wanting to get the top. And currently right now, RNG already got the top number 2, as you're now the top 4 teams for match 7.
A lot had changed during that game, but one thing isn't changed, that PBMS is still number one. A big team that everyone has to defeat later on in the next matches. But for the MVP, one of the best in PBMS, he had been showing his prowess since the past few days, and now he got 5 eliminations, 863 damage dealt, and 182 damage taken only, and that is him having 27% contribution for the rest of PBMS. One more good thing about PBMS is that not only Pretzel those points, sometimes it's Ryman, sometimes it's Monboy, sometimes it's Scatty. So again, they have almost equal contributions. That's why that contributes to the success of the team PBMS.
Well, for PBMS now, again, the next target now for the viewers who are asking how the Smash rule works. So now PBMS is already in that match point. Actually exceeded the match point. 79 is the match point. They're now at 92. So the next target will be a winner chicken dinner. Expect PBMS to be playing it safe. That's what I expect. How about you, Aya? What do you expect for match number 8?
For match number 8, I actually do think that because teams are now, mad to take that spot away from PBMS, they would do everything to garner those points and stop PBMS from winner chicken dinner. But if the eagerness of PBMS to take that chicken dinner again is much bigger, they could, of course, end the day right away. But again, this is PMCL. All of these teams are very competitive, and most likely they would want to snatch that spot away from PBMS.
And you know what, Aya? Another expectation that I'm expecting for match number 8 is the dropping point of PBMS.
Oh,
There
yeah.
might be teams targeting PBMS now, knowing that they have the match point. Someone has to stop them.
Yep.
It Army Schools, it might be YG, it might be Austria Esports, it might be even Rangers, Aya. And that's going to be hard for PBMS. They will have to do something out from their pockets in order for them to be able to get this winner chicken dinner. I've seen Regnum Karya Esports did this one in PMGO, and let's see if PBMS can do this one here in PMCL.
Really, really looking forward to what more could happen for the Super Weekend Day number 2. This would not be called Super if we are just gonna, let things happen the way that they are happening. So most likely teams would get enraged, or they really are enraged as of this moment before we start the next Erangel map, rather the first Erangel map for the day or the next game as of day number 2. So really looking forward to what more could they bring to the table.
Well, what could be brought to the table, Aya? BMS, they might play it normally, they might play it safe. A lot of things can happen, but expect the unexpected. Aya, expect the unexpected. This is the beauty of the Smash. And now knowing that there will be teams that might be coming for PBMS, they always need to check their backside. They always need to check their teams like RNG, teams like Burmese Goals, YG 214, even Nexus Vanguard, Aya. They would have to check for those teams. I mean, Austria can also try to disrupt whatever PBMS is doing. So if they have studied whatever rotation PBMS also has been doing in Erangel, then maybe they can try to disrupt whatever plan Playbook X International has for the remaining of the maps to come. Again, just talking about PBMS right now, all because that they have reached already the match point. And once the other teams, Aya, reach their match point as well, then maybe we can, talk differently now, if that will be the case.
Yep. And if they really catch up with what PBMS is doing, because by the looks of it, the gap that PMS has over the other teams is quite getting bigger and bigger. And if they allow this to happen, that will be a big trouble for everybody else, because that gap isn't easy to do now that we are in the final stage of week number 1. So they really need to prepare well, and they need to plan out in advance what could they do in case that their original plan is not being effective given the circumstance in the match, most especially when it comes to the rotations, and as you've said, the dropping points, because they could probably opt to change those factors now that it is really very crucial.
Well, very crucial indeed. Again, I never thought that PBMS would get a winner chicken, even have a good game in this match number 7. Because remember, they drop in Sami circle or northeastern side of the map. That's a long rotation by PBMS, but they manage. They even won the winner chicken dinner, which is, I expected Nexus Vanguard to have control over that, but again, man, they have all of the momentum right now. I even saw earlier on when we had match before PMCL. He was cheering for Queen Toyo and I when we were cast with Mr. Moika earlier on. So Pretzel had a really good sleep last night, and he got the MVP honors in the first matchup. All they need to do is focus, and again, once they have focus, once they're locked in, then maybe we can end the game. I'm predicting. If we were to predict, which we will end, I would 9. How about you, Aya?
Actually, that is also the same thing that I told you earlier on when you asked me. Yes, I do think it's gonna be in match 9. Match number 8 is quite. Of course, we want that to happen. We would want to have an early rest, but it's not be so competitive of the other team. They're just gonna, okay, let's do PBMS. Let's let them get that winner chicken dinner right away. So I don't think it would end in match number 8. So match number 9 would be the most and the next possible match for us to end. And if not, this day is gonna be longer than expected.
Yeah, I want to shout out to Mr. Federales of Bigatron. They're preparing PMCL in Southeast Asia.
Shout out.
A former player of the region of PMCL. I'm just also hoping that they can probably get the championship the season, because they were like almost to snatch that championship against the Xavier. But anyways, going back to our region, who can probably be disruptor for PBMS? I'm just looking at the teams right now, Aya. I mean, it might not. I mean, it will not be 2-1-4. Remember, 2-1-4 drops around hospital and jungle area around that. RNG drops around Pochinki. And then you have YG, who drops right around the south of Georgia Pool.
Yep.
Who can probably disrupt them, Aya? What do you think?
In my opinion, not really focusing on the dropping points as of this moment, but by the eagerness that they have when it comes to our leaderboards, I think Burmese Goals has that chance to face them later on. Might not be in the early rotation, but later on, probably around the middle to late game. So Burmese Goals versus PBMS, that could be an interesting battle in my opinion. So looking forward to that. But for the rest, we can also have that eagerness from the bottom portion of the teams that we have on the leaderboard. Let's see what could actually happen. But for me, I believe it's going to be BG for a Wrangle match 3.
Well, I want to do a special shout out to the viewers right now watching this live, the English broadcast on our Facebook channel and also our YouTube channel. Shout out mostly to Miss Ann Dixon. She's a part of Misfit International. And I believe so. She mentioned about chocolates in the future, Aya.
Oh, thank you
I
so
hope
much.
I hope Ann Dixon is hearing this one right now, and while hearing this, maybe you're smiling right now together with us.
Oh yeah,
Also,
I actually.
yeah.
Mhm.
Also, another shout out, Izat Tech Bros.
Yes,
One of
shout
our
outs.
one of our fans from the Malaysian region. He just mentioned, let's go all the teams. Time to smash the point. And it is interesting now that we have the smash rule because I mean before we didn't really have the smash rule. I mean team fighting to get that number one spot. They wanted to get the biggest chunk out of the league rank points, so that they won't have to uh, do much on the next week, and they will just have to continue on with whatever performance, really good performance that they have done in the grounds,
Mhm.
which is this coming June 13 to June 15. So again, it makes interesting here now
Yes.
in the PUBG Mobile Challengers League.
And one more thing about that, I would just like to say that this Smash Rule, this Super Weekend thing going on in PL summer would just really shake things up for all of our teams, because sometimes when you have fighters in front of you, gonna go all out on the probably middle days, they're gonna slack off a bit and then just um, bring everything during the weekend. But now that is not so applicable. First, you need to do your best during the first 3 days and do your best for the to super weekend. So that would also push them to their limits and to prevent them from slacking off. So yeah, this is one of really a good update in the PMCL summer forward. If we are going to get this one, most especially this is our time having this in the season.
Yeah, another shout out to our Myanmar fans out there. Oh, actually, some from India also.
Outs.
So shout out to everyone watching this live stream. We also have, or we're receiving love from Bangladesh also. Wow.
Ooh.
So shout out
Where are
to
you reading the comments?
I'm reading the PUBG Mobile Esports on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Someone
I'll
said
check
love
that soon.
from Bangladesh. There you go.
Sending love to you too.
There's also others from, I believe so, Myanmar, and others from Philippines. They're from Fingerprints. He was mentioning about us regarding their strategy right now. It is totally different compared to last season. Yes, I would agree with you. They have the momentum, especially they won the championship from the PMNC PH region, PMNC Summer PH. They won the championship. Rangers didn't really play that much, Aya. I mean, they did play for like a little bit of other tournament from different regions. They were able to play against PMSL teams, likes of Vampire Esports, BTR, even in Korean League, like B plus Kia and DRX, if I'm not mistaken. I think Alpha 7 also. Those teams that Ranger played against with. Even Young Galacticos also did those tournaments. For now, we're about to start in less than a minute. This might be the last map of the day, guys. So, guys, just hold on to your seats as we now go into match. Any predictions, Aya, for this matchup?
Whew. That is going to be a difficult one, but again, as I've mentioned, I'm just getting a hint and a hunch that it's going to be Burmese goals. So that is just a bold prediction right here, but let's see later on. I just saw a comment on Facebook saying bon chance, which means good luck in French. So merci beaucoup de la part de toi. And the two, rather. So just me saying from the rest of our players. But for now, let's start PMC2.
I only know one French word.
What's that?
French fries.
French fries. Oh, that is also something nice, although it's not really French. But at least there's a French word right there.
Yeah, but we're flying in now. I here from Novo to the area of Stolber, right between Stolber and Spring, just running across Pollyanna. So this is an eastern side flight path right now is what we're looking at. And you can see now that Vanguard will go to their spot. PBMS farm dropping point is going to be interesting, Aya. Who will challenge PBMS? Will it be a normal match, be a different match for match number 8? Again, interesting things happening. But there is at TTQ, Messengers also?
That is a good sight right here. We're probably seeing different things in this game, but so far, let's see how else would this progress for our match number 8. Will there be teams really challenging PBMS? I think there are teams near to their spot, so that is going to be quite of a big threat for PBMS.
And Scotty able to get the Dasha. Again, the priority would be the... But look at this. Ostia and TTQ. Oh, he's actually pinned down the Nang X. Unfortunately, came down by the Og. First blood will be taken by Bunny. As TTQ, not really their target, Aya, because if I remember correct, drop right around the northeastern Ferry Pier. But oh, look at this, Aya. Ostia Esports.
Oh no.
Just targeted PBMS. The exciting things are now up here in match number 8. This is not the Ostia that we...
Oh no, this is a different Ostia right here. They would not want PBMS to finish quite early. Although, I didn't see that happening. Ostia Nangex being eliminated, courtesy of Time to Quick. Not sure what happened right there, but that is unfortunate for them. But for Kit, though, very unfortunate scene as well. They are now losing 2 of their teammates, and it's going to be quite unfortunate if they add even more because NX King WTZ already has 2 personal eliminations from that encounter. PBMS, though, has a different plan in mind, leaving that situation and probably rotating to find a better position.
As PBMS is now, I think their hearts are racing right now. There's are peacefully looting up, like the Rangers. PBMS now going for hovercraft, I would say. This is their winning recipe in one of the matches yesterday, Aya. If you remember Mon Boy, who eliminated team on a 1v4. This is the secret to winning games, the hovercraft. And the hovercraft will be very effective, Aya, with this type of circle. The circle is just staying around the farm and Milta area, and at the same time, right around the areas of military base and hovercraft. So the hovercraft will be very, very helpful, especially if the bridges are already occupied, like what's happening right now. Nexus Vanguard, WTC was the one gatekeeping everyone from trying to cross that bridge. As for the left side bridge, Aya, I'm looking at the map feed that we have. Just to give guys, TTQ now has already passed the left side bridge. Now they're getting some gunshots currently right now, and looks like this is going to be GO or Guardians of Angels. Now hovercraft will be exploded, and things are now getting interesting even more. Oh my goodness, Aya. How PBMS be able to cross that?
As I said earlier, all eyes on PBMS. Anywhere they go, they would have those possible contenders, and that is exactly what they are experiencing right now, coming from that almost encounter with our Ostia Esports. Now, I do commend them being so very quick with their access, being very quick with their plans, now moving around the map, going to a different position. Although they received those bullets and their hovercraft exploded, but they have more chances to go to a different location. The question is though, will they be taking a spot that no one is yet staying there, or will they also receive those chances of teams crashing exactly to their point? So really a lot is difficult for side of PBMS, but looking forward on how they will be resilient throughout this match.
This will just less of a chance of winning this game. Again, the next target for PBMS is to win, and that was a beautiful play by GOA. Just the military base going to the beach area of the northern side of the South Island. Just give them not much of any space for them to be able to cross that ocean. So again, kudos to whatever gameplay way it has right now. But for the rest, like Young Galacticos, they're shooting up until the circle will actually close. So most likely they will have a little bit of a late rotation for later on. I think they're just letting everyone go for the early rotation,
Mm-hmm.
going from the North Island to the Southern Island, so that much more flexible Aya for them to be able to just cross either of the two bridges easily instead of you know experiencing those bridge camp being done by the other teams. And bridge camping, you're talking about Nexus Vanguard on the left, on the right side bridge, and
Mm-hmm.
on the left side it's going to be Rangers, and these are premier teams
Mm-hmm.
who are
And
gonna
with
protect these bridges.
mm-hmm. And with that setup between those two teams, they could catch opponents fall in front of them. But right now, in front of ours in esports would be a different team. Look at this, GX Nero. Oh no, versus that one player of VG, which is Master Ichi, who also doesn't have anyone else with him. So this is sort of fair fight, but GX Nero just looted quite a bit. Probably just have seen that there are no more loot in that spot. That's why he just escaped and bailed out from that scene. Master Ichi, though, didn't have the chance to take down Nero.
GX Generation X now outside, just trying to get in. Super will be down due to fall damage, and it's probably be trying to get the advantage right on the top of the observatory. Well, after you run the right side part of the bridge, but for Monboy now being observed by Migs of KHI. As Monboy right now, I don't know what he's doing, but looks like he's gonna bail out from the scene. Maybe he, the of Migs right in that area. But circle will now shift. There's a big what if, Aya. What if this?
Mhm.
Oh, I was just about to say what if the circle would go up, but no, the circle will go down still, and this is for Nexus Vanguard. But thing is, Aya, Super Loki is still down, and I think he fell down at the bridge. Like went on top of the railings,
Mm-hmm.
and then he fell down, and else is trying to revive. I think they got the revive already, so good thing that was done by Alex. Distance for now because the support
Yeah.
much smaller, and Aya, other teams are already is like waiting
Mhm.
crossover.
Yeah, that is going to be a critical error in case that you do those mistakes of either nading your teammate, just like what happened for the past matches, and also falling from a higher ground. So now they need to be extra careful. But now who is going to be careful will be Team Max or GG, as Kaya will be spotted by our Team Max. Will they go for that revive right away? But in front of them is actually GX at the same time. They just need to choose who will be the lesser evil. Will it be our GX or will it be our Team Max? But at the end of the day, it will all be eyeing on them at this point. Look at that. GG Shroud received so much of that damage, dealing him with that knockout. And with this molly coming in from Jax Nero, he would want to take down more of the players for GG, but that wouldn't be so possible as they hid under the tunnel. GG Kaido will be confirmed as well. So 2 now will be the casualties of GG, 1 going to GX and 1 going to Team Max.
And then let's go back to PBMS. Just an update, guys. PBMS still alive. But again, for how long? And when are they going to be able to get through the zone? Because right now, you can see Japs right above the bridge right now. But super low key when the other search fell down. So they will experience a gatekeep coming from these teams. But Team Max now trying to drive their cars, their people. Ooh, as Romeo will be surprised. RNG just right on top of Young Gun Galacticos, and they have no idea at all. And Jibna will be on Jap. So it's just an up attack coming from Rangers.
This is going to be a good strategy. 4 out of RNG, given that Jappy wouldn't be seen, but if that is not the case, they could turn things the other 4 side of our Gang of Galactic as well. They are on the lower portion. We also have another more battle going on. Max Idol versus another team. I'm not quite sure what that would be. I believe that was Generation X. The team was battling with the former target that they have, which is our good game. Look at that scoreboard, Cuckoo. Almost everyone is outside of the blue zone because they are, of course, scared of the opponents in front, and they would want to last longer inside of the game. That play safe, game play before Envy, though not so safe as they lost 2 of it.
And now here comes PBMS versus KHI, and it's only blanks right now at the gasoline station. The rest of KHI is at the 3-story house nearby this area, so PBMS needs to be careful. If they are not careful, they will get taken down by these players. Migs just right over, just looking for some opening. Now Scotty putting up more smokes at the gasoline station, giving less visuals for KHI. But the thing is, gonna be another team. I think that was Rankid that was running past the beach area. Grandkid has now spotted boy, and now we'll try to go for the shot. But speed. No, it's actually not Godspeed, but Migs will be the one from Grandkid. And I think now it's gonna be the time, but will be taken down. Now Scotty will be stuck right at the openings of that bridge, and looks like Migs will be taken. So, and that's courtesy of Sin. And now the next one.
Look at this.
Scotty! Oh no! For Loki, just tanking the blue zone, and able to get those eliminations.
Just like what I said, all eyes on PBMS right now, and they already lost 2 from their end. Generation X, though, will be eliminated at the same time, while NX Super Loki is gatekeeping our Sin Esports, who also gave a hard time towards our PBMS. Sin Esports did very well during the first 3 days of our group stage, but now for Super Weekend that is not the case, although for Key Esports they would also be out. So those are 2 PH teams being eliminated early in this match number 8. But for wide, knocking down Osja once more, Yangon Galacticos slowly but surely pushing themselves to get more.
But it's straight down coming from Pretzel. Still dual for PPMS. They can probably use the horse for them to cross their side, right?
Mm-hmm.
If correctly from the last, we were hyping it up. The horse crossing the ocean. But right now, this whole not a friend of PBMS. But right now, it's still Nexus Vanguard, just protecting the bridge. Double TZ though will not be able to get those shots in. And again, for TZ and Nexus Vanguard, this is the right time now for them to be able to get into the circle, because most of us are already through this area, and looks like people will not do whatever we were thinking. Aya, they will still try to get these Kupar B still for Pretzel, but I just hope that they have meds that they needed, because this is far away from the circle.
Really far away, a long journey for PBMS, and not much of those utilities to be spared for those games, for those rather moments inside of this game. And as Monboy goes for a bit of those healing coming in from those bandages, that wouldn't be enough. But here we have RNG versus Time to Quick, and we also have another team, I believe, that is having their own engagement as of this moment. Look at this, Pretzel also heavily damaged. SG Lucy now spotted our Sin Esports, but now Burmese goals are running into our Young Galactics, and that is a huge mistake. We have here one more thing that had happened. We're not quite sure who knocked out our PBMS, but most likely that is going to be our Nexus Vanguards, and that is going to be the final destination of PBMS in match number 8. No smash rule will be applied as of this game.
Yeah, smash the game as of yet. But for Rangers, they have a chance to get to 79 points. At 7, then maybe the next game will be their chance to get. For YG, they were able to earn these goals, and YG still a lot of damage, even though there's only 2 players for them. And being in this type of performance from Young Galacticos, even though that they're left with only 2, they still deal a ton of damage. One in the lobby.
Yeah, definitely. That is highly possible for Set of Galacticos, because they're really capable of doing so. So we cannot underestimate what Young Galacticos has right now with their lineup. They are sort of what do you call this one? Making up for the 2 players who are not there, and being even more powerful together as the duo. So let's see if they are gonna do that here in match number 8, or will it be the other teams who will be taking them down. But RNG, let's take a look at them now on to that second spot, and they still have 3 players left. They also have bigger chances of reaching the match point later on together with Young Galacticos. But for Nexus Vanguards and 214, also possible, but probably in the
Probably in the next match. For now, Team Rangers just waiting for something to happen. And it's all because of their lineup right now. They're just down to only, not mistaken, Aya, the HP Rangers are not even full, meaning that they might have less of their items or their bags right now. They're just trying to wait it out. We try to get teams to rotate in, especially that they're inside the circle. So all they need to do is just wait. They don't really need to be aggressive, but look at time. And this is coming from the outskirts, on side, and just on the or western side rather of the circle. So right now the high ground, I'm pretty sure they will be able to revive with that knockdown, because they're far away from Rangers.
But as we're seeing it, I think Nathan is already out. But here, one more battle is actually emerging. YG Murna Boy versus NB Yahiko. And with that final blow of the shotgun, that will be the end of our newborns.
That was knocked down by a oh, look at that! Inside the whole pot. Find you. And now Jibna, down to very low HP, would have to get out. Now YG gets away because of 214. And that was WoM just his way through. Because you can see Lion already down. Kree is on the far side. It was not able to glimpse of the players of now. Looks like TTQ. Oh, from above, it's gonna be Nexus Vanguard. Super Loki spots Kree. Unfortunately, won't get a revive anymore. Still for 2-on-4. They're still alive with 3 players left remaining. OM is actually down to low HP. I think he's healing up with bandages right now. While he's trying to get into the circle. Gonna be going up against Enters and TTQ once they get in the zone.
Nexus Vanguard, I'd just like to say that they are very aggressive at this point, really wanting to shoot themselves towards the top of the leaderboards, but here shooting on Zuki would be our 2-1-4 and confirming that in an instant so that he would not be revived. So Ranked though will be seen by NX King WTZ. WOM needs to heal up, but unfortunately for them, probably this is one of the struggles of almost everyone so far. They don't have much of those healing equipment, so that is their struggle so far. But for 2-on-4, look at that, one more knockdown will be dealt onto their area and make that 2 coming in from NX Superboy, securing Lion as well. The rest of 2-1-4 Esports will be wiped out. So GG's for our NX, now having 9 defeats.
Wow, 9 eliminations now for Nexus Vanguard though. So if that is 53 plus 9, they only need 10 points. A winner is what they need, Aya. In order for them to be closer to, you know, to the point.
Yeah.
And if they can manage additional more. Ooh, Miner! Exploded GOA. The effects, Aya, the effects of that frag grenade. See that?
That was just really on point, and that was, I don't know, a beautiful explosion. Fourth side of our Silent God, as that was a perfect execution of that frag grenade. But the battle is far from over. We still have our time to quick, hindering our Silent Gods to move forward. But also not inside the circle is NX, and time to quick. But with that fall, that will deal so much of that damage onto Silent Gods, having one knockout player from their end. NX has a big chance of getting this winner chicken dinner, most especially if they can take a good hold of the northern side of the circle.
Teams remain. Goes down and out already. That's Gus. So that's a possible 7 points here for Nexus Vanguard. All they need is just a win to get to that point mark that I'm talking about. So for now, they're gonna have to battle already. Right within the vicinity. They cannot shot coming from afar. And maybe now gets out. Gets up. See. Now the next target will be Miner. Will try to hold up a nade. As he's now gonna try to cook good smoke coming from SG. But then again, he's getting him now. Oh, no, Miner! Spotted. Oh, but TTQ now. So it's gonna be NX Vanguard versus Silent Gods. 2 players left for them though. The nades are coming in. UTC, and I'm pretty sure that he hears the footsteps down below. Actually gets taken down. Only one left. 1v3. They get additional points. They might be close to the match point as Nexus Vanguard gets the winner chicken dinner here. Here is number 8. But I think it's within the match.
Yep. I do believe they're not yet within the match point, but let's see later on. I'd just like to say that Nexus Vanguards showing the aggression and showing that good control of the circle. They are really eager to take that for day number 2. So GG's and kudos Vanguards for doing.
Well, for Nexus Vanguard, they started right around Novo, and with this type of circle, there's going to be a big chance of the game. And yes, they did win the game. They even went on a delayed rotation coming from the right side bridge, because they went on a killing spree on that bridge. They were the one bridge. Also PMS. They're on row right now with a total of how many? This one that's eliminations so far. Nexus Vanguard plus 10, so 23 points has been added to Vanguard. But yeah, mentioned Aya, this is not yet enough for them to be at match point.
Yup, but at least they're quite closer. But for now, let's just check what happened during the highlights of match number 8.
Matchup. Beautiful highlights is what we saw there. And again, correctly, 23 points for Nexus Vanguard, 13 for Silent Gods, TTQ as well, 7 for Young, 2-1-4 with 5, 4 and 4 for both A and Bernie's Ghost.
And now here on to our second page. Let's see what is actually the points that our teams have gotten during that match. I'd like to say a lot of things are getting different, Goku. There are teams who were not really showing up for the past days, but now are really being very aggressive. There are also teams who had a decline in performance, just like Esports with only 3 points, RNG with 2, GX with 2, PBMS with 1 here, also with 1 together with KHI. And unfortunately for NB and GG, they had 0 points. So that was just quite unfortunate because they had a lot of struggles, they had a lot of hurdles going inside of the circle. So let's see if the next one would be more favorable to PBMS and probably giving us a bit more of that chance to go for that smash roll. But here, speaking of smash roll, NX is 3 points short of reaching the match point and being eligible for that smash roll in the next game.
Getting that in, so meaning they will have to wait match 10 for Nexus Vanguard, but still for PBMS, they can win it next game. Further, they're getting closer. YG, well, BG, and also 2-1-4. I would say Austria would have a chance of the smash roll maybe until like match 11, I'd say. For now, top 14, Nexus Van 13 eliminate, SG with TTQ with 8, YG with. It's just beautiful to see teams still fighting them to be able to reach match point, to be able to get that smash rule created and win it early for their. But again, BMS, they can try it on the next game. The MVP,
We have your NX King WTZ1D5 volumes, 733 damage dealt and 139 damage taken. So for what we have seen for NX King WTZ, he was just very aggressive, and we always have seen his name on the kill feed, eliminating, knocking down those players. So this really shows and proves to us how WTZ is capable of getting those points in, but it just needs a matter of time before they are going to be able to be eligible for that match point and for that smash rule. But for the head-to-head, we have our PBMS versus Nexus Vanguards. 3 chicken dinners already for PBMS, 1 for our Nexus Vanguards, 55 to 40 eliminations in favor of PBMS. With the damage, we also have here 2,000 plus surplus coming in from PBMS. Average placement is actually higher with side of our Nexus Vanguards, and for the top 4 rate, that is also higher for our NX. So when it comes to action and making points, that is for the side BMS, but for Nexus Vanguard's placement and consistency most likely is their priority.
Well, now Aya, to wait until 9 if PBMS will have that chance, winner chicken dinner, and that challenge was pretty hard with match number 8. It was just, so much for PBMS. They even got their homework which worked quite well during day number 1 of the Super Week. This time around, it was exploded by Guardians of Angels. So, meantime, Naya, let's wait on for match number 9. Maybe let's go on a short break here for us to wait on for the next. And we are back as ring the time match number 9. Again, let's welcome you back to the stand for the PMCL Southeast Asia Summer of 2025. And now the smash rule is activated. Team now for their winner chicken dinner, and that is PBMS. And let's see if they will have now much better chance, knowing that the circle won't be around Sovsnovka military base, because Aya, like highly unlikely that we'll have the same circle right after each match. So let's find out in 10 more seconds to go. I know you're excited, ladies and gentlemen, on the live chat. Let's now start match number 9.
Hey, and we are now here on match number 9, brought to you by Techno, here in PMCL Southeast Asia Summer 2025. And this is Super Weekend Day number 2 for week 1. Now that we just only have PBMS for that Smash Roll Challenge, we are now having again our eyes on them and who will be contenders for this game. Playing back though will be coming western side onto the eastern side, and this is very south heavy, so northern parts are far from reach at this point.
Right now, the flight path is very south-centric. And remember from the last game, Austria East challenged PBM at the farm area. Who will now challenge PBMS this time around? As you can see now, multiple getting out of their airplanes. I think there's like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. And there's like 1 down to wherever PBMS is actually dropping.
Oh no, that is gonna be a bit challenging for that PBMS. But right here, one big more challenge is gonna be in between Young Galacticus and Austria, and just like that, not even 2 minutes in the game, player from Austria Esports will be wiped out. That is courtesy of our Young Galacticus. Quite an early casualty for side of Austria. Let's see how else they would manage that situation.
Again, another engagement for Austria Esports. This time around, it's gonna be Galacticus. What the hell?
Oh,
What is happening? I just mentioned that there's highly unlikely of a possible same circle. Fortune now, we're having the same circle.
Oh no, this is, I don't know if it's really gonna be well, I actually am speechless. I don't know if who will take that advantage and who will take the disadvantage, but most likely it is going to be sort of a 50-50. Some would be favored by that circle again going to that spot, and some would be dismayed that that happened. But for the damage proportion, for side of our Nexus Vanguard, Super Loki will take the highest spot with 2,606, Joji with 1,800 plus, and so on and so forth. Those are our damage portions for side of Nexus Vanguards, and they are now onto that second spot, meaning after this game, given that they wouldn't be in the spot to lose the whole squad early, they could easily reach that match point. But for Young Galacticus, RNG, let's also BG, that's not
Oh,
gonna
look
be
at
so
this.
easy. But now, going again to their favorite vehicle, Forza PBMS, I'm just hoping that they wouldn't be spotted by a team that could cause that vehicle to explode quite early.
And you know what? This is the adjustment from aim. The adjustment now is to rotate early.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not letting way to do the same all over. But this is again WTC. The bridge camper, the gatekeeper, the bridge. But look at that. And be avoided 2 players of Nexus Vanguard.
Wow. That is really incredible for NB. They just dodged all of those bullets and still survived that battle. And look at their HPs right here. Descending from that one player, but most definitely a lot of them rather not a lot of them, all of them received much of those bullets, just not enough for them to be taken down. So they need to find those healing equipments first, and they need to replenish and reset their going back to them. They're still doing good. PBMS though, now going for that early rotation, finding a better spot, and getting again the things that they will be needing, because most likely they will be the targets once again.
Let's see if they'll be the target once again. But again, what they're doing right now is additional vehicle later on, because they cannot just afford to have only one vehicle, which is the hovercraft. If you remember earlier on, GOA was able to build their hovercraft while they were across the ocean. But for now, looks like they're all safe. But ooh, look at this. This is NB now, who is just right inside. They will hear those footsteps. Ooh, not fully aware. Almost being a dream. Almost dropping Yaiko, and now Yaiko takes out his shotgun. But here comes the cavalry, and looks like they're gonna secure Scotty. They will not leave Scotty, and Pretzel will knock down XC11. Now focus Aya. They want to win the game now. Next knows where he is, and there you go. PBM just annihilated the 3 remaining players of Newborns.
And that is having 95 points. Again, widening the gap to our NX. So if ever, let's just say, I mean, I'm hoping, of course, that we finish the a day earlier. But in any case, that would not happen. What PBMS is doing is getting all those points in, securing those eliminations, securing those chicken dinners, and a lot of those points, even if that smash rule won't be applied, if we reach match number 8 and they're still on that number 1, they're still number 1. So nothing to lose for PBMS. But for those next matches, they really need to be more careful if ever that NX or even YD, RNGBG would also reach the match point.
Match point is the important thing for PBMS right now. That's why they're protecting their teammates. They are protecting their position now. And if you look at the map feed, they're on prime position right now. If ever the circle towards the southern side, they will have the circle. But then, if the circle would shift over to the military, it'll be easier for them to rotate. It's just a matter of where will the circle go for PBMS.
Definitely. Going back to the team who eliminated earlier, they are number 16, so probably losing a bit of that hope at this point. Reach, of course, that match and even surpass that smash rule, but at least they're still showing up, they're still trying. But for the rest, most especially around those teams that I've mentioned, and even going past that, 214, SG, OSDA still has a chance if ever that PBMS wouldn't get that winner chicken dinner. So as long as we games, I would just like to say to all of our players and teams that let's just go for it, let's just fight for it, because the only way to lose is to fight. So in esports, now here in their vehicles, just going for that rotation at the same time. We are around 8 minutes into the match, but not much is happening, and we just lost one team.
And for Sin Esports, again, the downtrend sports from number 2 of the first 3 day week, and then on day number 3 they play well, and then day number per weekend they well as well, and on day number 6 they can't find an opening. I is saying, but look at now the shift. This is gonna be the enemy of PBMS now, as Sin is actually right now just on the bottom side of the circle. The other team, Nexus Vanguard, will have the same advantage as what they had in the previous match. So a lot of expectations coming now. Nexus Vanguard, knowing that they only needed 3 more points to be in match point.
BG though spots Yangan Galacticus and securing that elimination onto Master Smile and slowly but surely getting their points up at the same time. But for PBMS, just going for that edge, edging here inside of our match, just going to those are in. They are quite far from the majority of the team. So also a very smart move from our PBMS trying to go for that safe rotation. But if given the chance to eliminate players, they will take and they will gladly get those eliminations in. For Sin Esports though, they could have a chance between them and our Team Max.
And it's just went to the point of Nexus Vanguard, which is in Novo. TQ still the same setup for them. They're really wanting to get at the western side, kind of like what they did in the previous game. Did themselves on the western side. Then they eliminated and annihilated everyone who's into their area. So for Rangers, this team loves to get to the mission up, and they better now since Nexus Vanguard is just near this area. More than likely, their team right above that observatory. HI very close. Jappy not aware. Jappy will be taken on by KHI. So this means that the RNG will, try to third place to stay. For KHI, oh, they will have it by Jibna. Nice shot, nice burst of that AUG.
Nice burst indeed, but looking at their positioning right here, RNG Gymnast still facing them with those bullets, but would want to take a step back because probably their priority is to get inside the circle and not fight as early as this moment. So leaving KHI behind, let's see if that was going to be favoring them later on. YG though, just crossing this bridge, and not only crossing this bridge because one team is actually behind them. Will they go for that gatekeeping bridge camp action, or will they just move forward? We are yet to see that happen.
And this is the same setup for YG this on the previous game, and a shift. PBMS just trying to get through this. What the circle would say, nah. We're not give it to you that easily. You're gonna have to get that winner chicken dinner through the hard way, which is right now they're gonna try to move in now. Pretzel is now scouting. Knockdown that on the kill. There's just so many to the blue zone. Look at the scoreboard. A lot of teams going in, and that is actually one of the teams, BG and YG, as they eliminate Itchy, and then the rest for now will be stuck at the bridge.
And now with that movement right here, BG, will they be able to push forward? Oh, but we have here Austria versus GG. One of their players will not be able to push forward anymore, and that will be a secure of elimination. GG for G holding that frag grenade, and they are targeting our good game, and that is a good game for them as Austria wipes the rest of our GG, being pinned down on the 15th spot. Not looking good for our GG.
Yeah, not looking good for GG. And GG has really struggled, Aya. They really struggled here in the Super Weekend. Same goes to Generation X. Generation X, day number 1 of the week. They really had good. Ooh, look at this one now. Burmese goals in 2-1-4. Looks like 2-1-4 is a relation because remember, he was the one gatekeeping BG, and then now BG being 2-1-4. So 2-1-4 now has 3 players left remaining. As boy, there is an opening on the bottom side of the circle. I believe still get in the.
They could possibly do that, but with Sincool and his QBZ, that knocks out Team Max U in the process. We still have several teams struggling when it comes to our safe, and Max Steve is going to be one of those struggling players right here as Sin Esports takes more eliminations right here. They probably have heard those movements coming in from Austria, and they could be the next challengers of our team.
For now, let's go back to the 2-1-4 versus Burmese goals. Mitchie now ready for action. That's what came on as. But then, Godspeed will be spotted. Nice shot by Mitchie, but he had on as well. A 1-to-1 trade, courtesy of BG4 now for OM. Have to go for the revive, but looks like 2-1-4 now will leave Mitchie, and for Yacht, he will have that time to go for the revive. So this is kind of like pick or poison for 2-1-4, and what they picked is leave their teammate alone.
Leaving the rest of their teammate alone. Let's see if that would actually be favorable for them as BG Godspeed takes that grenade elimination. And Burmese goals, yes, they took 3 eliminations, but their 3 players are also out of the game, so less chances for them to sustain this kind of situation inside of match number 9. But with Goa, they are still staying alive with 3 players and hiding under this bridge, which is sort of be helpful later on, most especially if that circle ends within that area and everyone is going to be on top.
1-4 came in, and they haven't really reset it yet. Now going to be sprayed down by TTQ. Oh, but Lion will explode together with the head share of TTQ. So it's going to be just OM. We'll just have to that they can cap in. But there's going to be some gunshots the other side as Lion over by Bunny. And I believe so. This is Austria was trying to go for those shots onto TTQ. But it might probably be also YG came in to the western side of the circle.
And with everyone having their own fights, oh no, for side of SG, this is between them and Sin Esports. They all went for those elimination boys, but we have your silent gods very, very struggling, and SG Lucy going for that smoke so that he can revive some of his teammates, if not all of them. GX Nero, though, will be taken by RNG Dibna. We are seeing PH versus PH battles all together, all over our map. SG Lucy just has together with him as they face a full squad still of our Sin Esports, and not only Sin Esports, we also Nexus Vanguards just around the corner.
I'm feeling for an Aya. BBMS is still alive with 4 players strong. But let's just focus on the goal right now. Let's take a look at what's happening between SG. Sin trying to make a defense. Actually, down HP left. Feed is going to be Max who goes down. Jared will have to go back out. Though with the smokes, he's still getting those damage done. Another frag grenade from Watt as Lucy will be. Oh, but not by Sin. It was Nexus Vanguard. Was trying the third party mission.
And with this kind of third-party situation, later on, if this lasts, this will no longer be a third-party situation, but other teams might join the party, which would bring so much of that challenge to everyone else. For Wako, though, he's also doing that same thing, trying to heal up, while SG Gyro will be pinned down in this single house where he is situated in, and with a movement again of the circle that will just shift towards the middle portion, RNG, and leaving GX onto the northern side. But here, let's see if BBMS Pretzel will be able to leave those bullets that is being thrown by our Austria.
BBMS still alive. I'm feeling something different, Aya. This might be it for PBMS, who was now inside the circle. And they're doing this with them getting elimination. This is interesting, Aya. So now, up here at the bottom from the left side of the circle. The eastern side is just way too jam-packed. Next is Vanguard's in and Silent Gods. Shin goes down, Generation X. And it for he likes God or and the nade actually will stop Shin. and Rex right now, or the push by Generation X. For now, it's gonna be Jarrell, who went for this just right in front of Sin. That Jarrell will be close. Got spotted right. Oh God! And Ranked goes down. Now out. But for Gex, they need to. Yeah, they have 2 minutes for them to move.
That is gonna be 2 minutes, but 4K is for who? Where would you go? That is courtesy of our Generation Next, wiping the rest of our team. Go up, but for NX Super Loki though, he was a Superman, knocking down Sin MS, putting him to his knees. Cynical will be spotted as well. Two will be taken from the end of our Sin Esports, leaving only Wako. What would he do? There are just a lot to handle in that moment. But for time to quick Zuki to get everybody, they're both nades onto our Ostja, but that was just a bit thrown far from their location. That would not damage anyone from side of Ostja. Time to quick Zuki escape those bullets coming in from them.
And Buddy now throws in the Molly. Now for TTQ, they're circling around. Just keeping Esports. Fern G throw some nade while Renzer will be the ones to go for the shot. As Renzer now will try to set up smoke. Like they're gonna plan out into the circle while TTQ on circling around, scouting bits of Austria East. And Fern G hasn't really moved at all. Like he's got a push, but having thoughts now. Just running past the players of TTQ will just say hi. Oh, but then again, look at Aya. There's a drive by together with Gus as they eliminate Esports.
Oh my gosh, a lot is happening right here, but with Austria, that is quite unfortunate. They are now being wiped from our map, but PBMS being very, very smart, escaping as Time to Quick is still busy with what they just had on, and with the moving again from circle. This is really looking good for side of PBMS. They could have a good hold and a good control of the middle portion and even the southern part of the safe zone.
Yeah, the safe zone will be detrimental for PBMS because the western side, I believe so, that TTQ will take over of this. And look at this high IQ plays by PBMS. Instead of fighting, let's just hide command centers here, just right below the circle. Look at what Pretzel is doing. Sure that there's not much of any threat by their air. So if ever be the ones to be taken down, it's one player for PBMS. So not really a big loss for now. The rest now is at RNG, still not within circle Aya. So this means that they would go through GL. So okay.
Now 2-4. Also wiped out, but look at the points. I just like to give emphasis on those 8 eliminations of Nexus Vanguards. They're just really very eager to go over that match point, and now they have that in their hand. They are of course rooting for that chicken dinner for the next game, if there is going to be a next game. PBMS though continues with all those bullets getting through. Now for Time to Quick versus our RNG, range will be confirmed. Zuki though receives a lot of those damages as well. PBMS joining the fun. They are just shooting those bullets through, and with that connection they almost got in, kill sealed those final player. That will be it for him. Ryman got that elimination, stole that one from our Rangers, but for the rest of Time to Quick, they're still hiding amidst that smoke.
The momentum is within MS. Now for RNG, they hit a little, but again, their strategy is just making it too hard for them to have a full. Yeah. This is basically what's making it hard for RNG. So it's only now left with only one. That is Jibna, who's gonna be up all on smokes. And against the north side, GX will be eliminate HI on for their life here against YG and the rest of next card. Teams remain on. This might be it for PBMS because they're still alive with 4 players left remaining.
They are still alive with 4 players strong, and they also have that aggression, they have that momentum, they have that circle. Nothing could go wrong so far for the side of PBMS. It all will just boil down to their execution of their game plan. So let's see if this is going to be the first ever Smash Roll application here in PMCL Southeast Asia Summer 2025. Look at that. Adding more of those points. Ryman took down one more for side of our PBMS, eliminating the rest of our team. Time to quick. PBMS has 8. Nexus Vanguards has 10 elimination points.
I'm ready to smash all the way through Aya. This PBMS is ready to smash all the way through the team. And Lee, straight down on 2. One down. Demios unfortunately cannot even knock G. And down to 4. PBMS end the day right now. Like what I said yesterday. End it early. Because other teams might get close to you. As YG right now, 2 players left remaining. Super though. We'll find Jib. RNG is out. Getting much more on to PBMS. And you know what? This might be PBMS's time because YG will be busy with Nexus Vanguard and PBMS is third party.
They could easily hop in. They could easily join the fun in these final few moments inside of our match. Number 9, WTZ though is being quiet as he crawls his way through, going for that nade onto YG Romeo Boy, but will he receive that? Nope, the message is not received. Probably this is Romeo Boy's time to go for that push forward, but nope, no more pushes forward because we have our WTZ guarding his way through, and SayCloud now right here being the final player of Yangon Galacticus. He doesn't have much a very open field, so I guess it's safe to say that it's going to be difficult for our Yangon Galacticus. Although he has that vehicle, yes, but we have your NX King WTZ to finish him off, and that will be the end for our Yangon Galacticus. Now, this is a 3v3 situation for both of the teams who are very explosive in this match number 9.
It is actually a TV4.
Oh, just very low HP.
Yeah, one boy is still alive. And probably doesn't have any heals anymore. Still numbers advantage here for PPMS against Nexus Vanguard. Monboy has his Groza. So if Superboy have to get close, he will be burst down by the Groza. Second fire. Pretzel goes down. The trade. Ryan Superboy down. Sit a 2v3 advantage to PBS. And now WTZ with a flank. Monboy falling his way through quietly, slowly, and surprise! Monboy gets the knockdown, gets the elimination, makes it a 3v1. This will be a smash. PBMS. Nexus Vanguard though make a clutch though.
Ooh, that is something that we to ask right here from the positioning of Monboy. Looks like he already knows how to target NX Super Loki. Super Loki takes a step back because of that which finishes up our battle. And that is indeed a smash-worthy battle. Worthy final moments. PBMS, that winner chicken, and now finishes off the rest of Zukan week number 1, day number 2.
Wow, that's gonna be a for PB. Yeah. First time ever in PMCL. Actually, I did receive a message from Ryan. He said, Kuku, You take a rest. End it now.
Hey!
I sent it to. I sent it over. To
We are now gonna have a rest. Thank you so much to PB and yes.
Shout out to you, Ryman. We worked with you during the Filipino abroad day number 3, but I think you were able to finish this right away. You work for us, and it means you work for everyone, like for PBMS and for the rest. Aya, they won't be able, bounce back anymore. Because this is it. This is the last game of the night.
Ooh, 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 this is the happiest that I've been so far. This is the very first time that we had applied Smash Rule, and this is the very first time that we are going to finish off a day early. So we usually, for the past, let's say 4 days, yes, those were 4 days, we finish off at around 11:30 p.m. GMT plus 8, but now it is very early. But first, before that, let's check our highlights. And now, after that smashing Smash Rule, although that went for PB, also had a very explosive play coming from Nexus Vanguards. We would not discuss the fact they had 18 eliminations, and adding on to their 6 placement points, that was 4 points, and the next one would go to our PBMS, and just finish the day early for everyone else. And on the second page, you have your Sin with 4, BG with 3, 214 with 2, Go with 2, as well as SG with 1, and Max, GG, and unfortunately did not get any points for that game. But going back again, PBMS they had 21 points for the previous match, and adding on to their previous games, now we have 113 for PBMS off everything again, sealing the deal and getting their spot on number 1. And next is Vanguards, even if they were not they did not even reach the chance to be a match point eligible and get that winner chicken dinner for the Smash Roll. They went past those 1 points. YG with 73, RNG with 69, BG with 65, 214 with 61, Oscar with 53, SG with 49, Go with 43, tied up the quick. We have Team Max with 34, Sin with 33, Key Sports with 31, GX with 27, GG with 15, and for NB, they had 6.
All I can say right now in Filipino, salamat, Rayman.
Yes.
And in English, that is very much Rayman. As you are now able to see, top 4 teams, Nexus Vanguard, PBMS, YG, and KH, 4 teams. Look at the performance of Nexus Vanguard. They really wanted to smash everyone else as well. But again, the match states that whoever gets the match point first will have the winner chicken dinner, finish them off. Speaking of the Ryman, MVP for match number 9, 5 eliminations, 601 damage, no damage. Wow.
Oh. Wow.
40% contribution with 26 minutes 31 seconds. So this is just unreal.
Real indeed, and Just I believe they are really their emotions are through the roof right now, and they are on cloud nine. So congratulations to the rest of PBMS, and I'd also give a big shout out to Miss Ann Dixon, their founder. I believe her heart is very much full. We also talked for the past few days talking about PBMS and their performance, and she just has that very big trust with PBMS. So now with them being number one, they have 15 league ranking points. For Nexus Vanguards, they have 12, YG with 9, RNG with 8, and we have here another team with 7, and so on and so forth. And for Team Max, those are 3 points, together with Sin Esports, Key with 2, Jix with 2, GG with 1, and NB with 1. And for those teams who did not enter our Super Weekend, they are not going to get league ranking points. So that is very crucial, Kuku. Those first 3 days, in order for them to get into the Super Weekend, and because that is going to be their only chance to get those league ranking points.
And again, what first Super Weekend experience for us?
Yes.
So this is the earliest that we have done the Smash Rules so far.
Yes.
And I believe so in other regions had to go through a lot. So PBMS really had their eyes set on getting that top number 1. But anyways, let's thank you our sponsor. This is the Techno MN4 powered by the MediaTek MN350, delivers speed and efficient performance for both every and demanding gaming. Plus, AI flash snap really captures sharp, flawless photos with one tap.
Of course, if our PBMS had an impressive play, Diamond 40.5G also has impressive spec as our device. So looking forward to those viewers who would want to check our Technicam 40 Premier 5G. So if you are eyeing on that, why not check our online stores to avail our device? But again, this had been a very amazing Goku. I'm just really excited for what will happen for week number 2. Most likely other teams would want to experience that same smashing moments inside of the game. But for you guys to smash with unrivaled power, don't forget to get our Shelby collaboration with PUBG Mobile, because it is already available right now in the PUBG Mobile app.
Well, so have to dedicate your heart to the victim. As EMS actually had done, the only way to fight, and they fought all those 3 matches today. And again, this is the PUBG Mobile X Attack on Titan collaboration. More the collaboration event soon. For now, time check. It's 8:40 p.m. We're gonna be and give the ending to you.
Again, thanks so much to everyone who watched and supported all of our teams, and of course us as our casters. I play Good Kuku TV. That had been our PMCL Southeast Asia Summer 2025 Super Weekend day number 2. But for now, we are goodbye and see you again next week.
got it so good, baby. This good life, yeah, it's all mine. Ain't nobody gonna take today. Breathe it in now, baby. Feel it in the air, we're free. Breathe it in now, baby. Feel it in the air, we're free. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. Breathe it in now, baby. Feel it in the air, we're free. Breathe it in now, baby. Feel it in the air, we're free. Do your thing. We're so high off the good vibes. Yeah, we got it so good,